This is where we live, in Skåne, Sweden. And inside the barn, we're building our dream boat.
So I'm thinking that the next pieces that I need here will be the side pieces here on top of this bulkhead. Those pieces forms like a silhouette of the coaming, and it's also the support for the side decks here, and also the silhouette of the seats in the cockpit. So once we have those side pieces in place and the side decks, those pieces will give me the reference points that I need to build the rest of the structure up here. So I'm thinking that those pieces will be the best to do next. So I'm going to start cutting those today, and if I have the time, also get them laminated so I can start installing them tomorrow.
When all the pieces were cut out from the PET foam, Johan continued making the G10s for the aft cleats and the lifeline stanchions. "30 layers of fiberglass are being laminated on top of each other. Johan places bags with water on top of the finished laminator surfaces to keep them from overheating. The next day, the G10s had cured and the panels got prepared to be laminated. I'm painting the second layer on these windows. It really takes a while, but no, this is nice. I like to paint. I don't like all the preparations. Listening to Fleetwood Mac and enjoying the warm sun. And next on I will do the last layer on the door, and then the door should be ready. We're gonna buy a new handle for the door, and then we'll add this type, which we call in Swedish sprays, for the window. So it will look older and not as 50, 60 type of style as it looks like right now. I hope it will be worth in the end, and that we saved money on not buying a new door. Both the side deck pieces and the silhouettes got laminated in one go. Three layers of fiberglass on the top side and 2 on the bottom. There's been many lamination jobs this year, but it makes sense since the whole inside structure of the boat is built this way. In order to install the panels, they are being cut to their correct shape and then sanded. This procedure creates so much fiberglass dust. It's really itchy and not good for your health. So it's really important to clean afterwards. I was done tabbing in the nook and was explaining how hot it was in the guest cabin. The audio on the mic failed us, but I'm showing that it's a quite hard working situation. Standing on 2 hull beams, making a squat to reach the rollers and then trying to not hit my head. And I said that even though it's hard work now, it's going to be all worth it when the boat is done and you can lay in the bed looking at the bulkheads and ceiling, knowing all the job that went into them, and then look outside the porthole and maybe see turquoise water or an iceberg in the distance.
All right, time for the evening shift. I've decided to work late today. Try to get all these pieces glued in place. There's been a lot of measuring and checking today to try to get everything in the correct position. And I think I'm pretty close now, but I still need to do some more checks before I can start gluing everything in. And maybe also add some more support points for the side decks. Här är centrum.
Okay.
Så när du ska gå in i båten så är det naturligt att du går här.
Hey. All the deck pieces are in place.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. It's a long line going from aft all the way up to the bow.
Yeah.
How many meters?
Yeah, 15.2 meters from here until the bow, and then we'll add another 2 feet. So what's that? Another 60 centimeters or so?
It is a really long deck.
It is.
So what's left here now, the open space here, is the cockpit. It's almost like 2 cockpits in one, because they're a little bit different in level.
Yeah, we talked about that, if you call it the deck back here or if it's the sole behind the wheels. And I think it's the sole. It's the part of the cockpit. The actual cockpit will be a bit lower than the sole back here, because we need some headroom beneath the protruding roof.
Roof of the deck house.
Yeah,
when you sit down on the benches.
Yeah.
So the benches will be around 2 meters long.
Yeah, 2.1.
2.1.
Yeah.
So it's really
so you can lay
size.
down.
Yeah, and you can sit 6 people.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
If you want to sit outside and eat.
Yeah.
And then there will be seats behind the wheels as well, which will be over here. So that will be part of the combing, continuing aft, but on a lower level.
Yeah.
So we'll be around here.
Yeah, something like that. And then you have the sole at this level around here.
So the combing that we've already made on the sides will continue with the same height and look up until here.
Yeah. And this is where we have the winches up here. And then it will come down at an angle to a bit lower level. So this will be like a seat on the side from the wheel.
And also a good point to stand up to get a better visual looking forward.
Yeah, above the
deck house.
Because that will be a challenge on this boat, to see the bow. It's a long boat and we have this deck house. So we need something that we can stand on when we're docking in a marina, if we need to see the bow.
But it's also possible to look through the windows, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, there will be a big window on all that. Just on that side, we won't have a window.
No.
So as you can see, and as you've seen on the latest design that we have, there are still a lot of details that we don't have on the design, because it's a work in progress. Details will be added as we go.
Yeah, like the solar arch. We're going to have one, but it's not finished.
No, we haven't decided if it's going to be in composite or if it will be stainless.
No, probably composite. But
And attached to the solar arch, we'll also have some David solution to raise the dinghy.
Yeah.
but that's not fully decided either. As well as the steps leading from the swim platform up into the boat is not decided either. That's why you couldn't see that on the design.
Yeah, there are still lots of details in this area that is not fully finished. We're still working on those.
But this is where the cleats, the aft cleats are going to be. So this is the G10 that Johan made, and the last stanchion will be over there.
Yeah, here.
Over there. So what's next now?
As always, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking that either we continue with the top here of the coamings so that we lock in that line, or we should start working on the sole here in the cockpit, so that we could get something to walk on in and out of the boat. There's quite a lot of work with the sole here because we need to have a pretty big hatch here to be able to later on install the engine, but also to get stuff in and out of the engine compartment of the engine room, like the washer dryer that we're going to have later on. Yeah, and of course that hatch needs to be watertight when it's closed, so there will be some work with that, and design how we're going to do that. Yeah, so I guess the next thing will be to just figure out what to do next, and I'm leaning towards doing the tops here.
So the tops, not the sides?
I think we'll start with the tops, because there we have the line, but we'll decide the curve on the side pieces here.
So another week on the boat build, and I've been doing some more tabbing in the guest cabin. It hasn't been much to film, but it's moving on. And I think that when I finished all the tabbing in there, I will start painting the bilge. So there is something new happening. And then I will move on to the next cabin. And in around 10 weeks, we hit the 3-year mark of when we started building.
Yes.
That's exciting.
It's crazy. That we've been doing this for 3 years now.
Time has really been flying, and we've lived here on the farm now for 3 years.
Yeah.
But it's going well.
Yeah, it's moving forward.
Something new every week on the boat. So that's motivating.
Definitely. Yeah, and as you can see, summer is drawing to a close, so we're really going to focus now on to close up the boat for the winter season, so we can have some heat inside during the winter.
We're soon there that it's gonna be so cold in here, and that you're putting on layers and layers of clothes, trying to work.
So yeah, it's full speed ahead with more lamination. So sorry about that. There's a lot of videos about lamination now, but that's the focus now, trying to get the structure finished.
But at least there's something new that's being laminated. It's not the same thing. It's a new piece of the boat.
Yes.
And I hope that's a little bit interesting and exciting to watch. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. And thank you to everyone who contributes to our production and our videos. And we hope to see you next week again.
Yeah, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.